Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Kristina here with your general love and purpose reading for the month of December 2016. Thanks so much for joining me. If you would like a personal and private reading with me, or if you would like to order any of the decks that you see me using here today, I will put all of that information down below. We're going to go ahead and get started because I am looking at your cards, and this is going to be kind of an intense month, Earth signs. You guys like to stay in that material plane, but December is going to take you into the etheric, into the intuitive, into doing a lot of dream work. So, oh wow, let's go ahead and just get into it. For the general portion of the reading, I pull 4 cards, one for each week of the month. And for the first week, you get the Magician card. And this is kind of interesting because the Magician card is all about having the resources you need in order to bring the etheric into the material. And it's a little bit strange that you are getting this in the first week, because your whole month is actually going to be about engaging the etheric realm. So getting the Magician card to start this off with, this is going to be about gathering your resources. So what this means is get a dream journal. If you don't already keep one, you need to get one. And this doesn't need to be expensive or fancy or anything, like paper, you know, a notepad. It doesn't need to be anything extravagant. You will also want to look into meditations, guided meditations, ones that are specifically for dream work. You might also want to look into astral travel. And lucid dreaming. Okay, so depending on which of those things, or even the combination of those things that resonate with you, those are the kinds of things that you'll want to look into. And I actually have a couple of guided meditations that have been successful for me. They've worked for me. So I'll put the links to those down below as well. So yeah, the Magician to start off with. Going into the second week is when we really go into engaging the etheric realm. This is the Moon card, and you can see there's this woman with her eyes closed, and she is fully into the night. The second week is when you're going to be getting a lot of really intense dreams, lots of information in your dreams. That's why you need to have your dream journal handy. Also with your dream journal, you can just ask questions straight ahead at the beginning, or at the beginning, before you go to bed. Write them down in your journal, go to sleep, have your dreams, and then in the morning, write them down. Write down what you were given in the night. This is also about just generally your intuitive gifts becoming more acute. Yeah, your senses are going to sharpen, and so just the second week in December is going to be a little bit intense in that intuitive, psychic dream realm. Okay, moving on into the third week, we have the Queen of Skies, and really what I'm getting here is focusing on that owl. The owl is able to see things that would like to stay hidden. This is the third week in December, so this is also when we have lots of holiday gatherings. And you'll see when I get to the love portion, you might actually find yourself under a little bit of pressure to propose or hoping for a proposal. But this card, and I hate to break this to you, this card is actually going to show you some pretty uncomfortable truths. Okay, skies, the suit of skies equates to the suit of swords in traditional tarot, which is also about truth. So, oh yeah, this might be a rough one, because people will be going or undergoing that kind of pressure because it's holidays and big stuff happens at the holidays. That introspection, the stuff that you got in the second week, is going to start translating into the material world. You'll start seeing things in the material world that are, like I said, kind of uncomfortable truths, but the truth is always a gift, okay? When you are really in and connected to your truth, it allows you to free up your space, okay? So if you've got stuff that doesn't serve you, you can get rid of it. If you are in a relationship that does not actually fulfill you, you can make changes. Now, I will say that I'm not seeing any relationships ending this month, but what I am seeing is a lot of revelations, a lot of epiphanies happening this month in both your love and career, life purpose areas of your life. So yeah, the third week is going to be pretty intense, you guys, but positive, because here is the fourth week, and you're going to end the month with the triumphant return. So you can see the lion here approaching or arriving, at the watering hole, and all of the other animals are looking. They cannot help but notice this triumphant lion. So for you, what this means is, coming after you have done all of this introspective work, all this nighttime dream breaking down of illusions and delusions, you are able to kind of return to the world, return to the 3D, return to that material space, feeling much more confident and transformed a bit. Your demeanor is going to shift in ways that people really take notice of. And like I said, in a very positive way. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the love portion of your reading. Again, intense. So I have the wedding card. Yeah, I'm not joking. And the lover's card. Oop, there we go. And holy crap, you guys. Okay, so if you are single, you are going to be deepening your commitment to each other, deepening your bond, deepening your connection. Now, actually, what I would like to focus on more is this card, because you can see this double helix coming up between them. This is sacred soulmate territory. So this is not merely happy relationships. If you are single, you are potentially coming into contact or meeting this sacred soulmate of yours. If you are coupled, then you are deepening your relationship and commitment with each other. And this is the bond that you have in the etheric and spiritual realm. So this is at the soul level. Oh, wow. Okay. So the next thing that I'm being told is about this dream work that you're going to be doing all month. If you are single and you already know who this sacred soulmate is, but maybe you're in separation from each other, you're not actually in a relationship, you will probably be having more dreams about that person, or they'll be having more dreams about you, and these dreams are going to be pretty intense, and they are doing work at the soul level with regard to the connection that you have to each other. That's heavy. This is heavy. I'm sorry. I can really feel the energy of this. And this is actually coming in for the earth signs, and earth signs are typically not as, I wouldn't say that you're not intuitive, but you really like to stay much more grounded in the material realm. So having these kinds of intense dreams happen, particularly with a love partner, is you're going to notice the effects of those dreams in your waking life. And I'm not talking about the kind of thing where, like, you have a dream about your partner and then they do something that makes you mad and then you wake up mad at them. That's not the kind. It's deeper than that. Okay. That's deeper and more intense. Like, I'm having to really catch my breath as I'm giving you this reading. Okay. Now, if you are in a couple, remember what I said about the third week. Okay. This is where some things get a little bit tough. Okay, so if you are in a couple, you can see in this picture, we have the bride who is looking with so much love and adoration at this groom who looks a little terrified. Okay. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with what sex you are, if you're male or female. It's just indicating that if you are in a kind of relationship where there have been tense negotiations or hinting or pressure about getting engaged, getting married, moving to that step, what's going to be happening is there's going to be an uncomfortable epiphany and realization about one partner feeling this way, okay, and not being fully in. So even though this person is all about it, just really wants to go there, one of the partners is terrified. Part of this is legit, big step fear. But for a small percentage of people out there, this epiphany is going to be about, wow, I actually am not that happy in this relationship. Okay, so, and like I said, I'm not seeing any relationships break up in this month, this reading, but the realizations start happening in that around the third week, if not in the second week when the dreams begin or begin getting more intense. Okay. Yeah, I told you, you guys, this is big stuff. I'm just looking at the cards to see if there's anything else I need to get from them. And okay, so they're also telling me that whether you are in your committed relationship or you are single, there's going to be an epiphany one way or another, okay? The epiphany will be about needing to come together or an epiphany about needing to come apart, okay? So that feels like, oh my gosh, it's going to be great or terrible. But you kind of know which boat you're in as you're listening to this. So either way, it will come as either great news or a great relief, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to your life purpose cards. And like I said, this dream work that you're doing, you're going to also be redrawing the map for yourself. So we have magical map shifter. You're noticing that you're going to be noticing in your kind of daily life that you have a lot of opportunities available to you, and a lot more new ones coming in. And that's going to make you kind of want to redraw your map a little bit. Maybe you've been doing something for a while and you realize you have more to offer, or there's something more satisfying. That there's something more satisfying out there for you. And the other card you get is Between Worlds. And so, like I said, because you're going to be redrawing your map, there's that middle process, that middle stage, that liminal state of being in between. And so, like I said, you're not going to have, nothing's going to get finalized this month. It's just the epiphanies and the beginning of shaping, shifting, making the changes that you realize that you need, okay? But nothing gets solidified yet. It's only the ideas. It's all going to stay kind of in your mental, spiritual, soul place, okay? You'll know in your guts about what you're supposed to be doing, but you won't be taking action probably until next month. We'll have to wait and see how next month's reading goes, but this month it's just really about the epiphanies and revelations, okay? And for your final card, wrapping everything up, this happened with the fire signs too. The final card ended up basically saying what was in all of the rest of the cards, which is collaborative dreaming. This is card number 28. So this is you collaborating with God, Source, Creator in your dreams, and in making new dreams for yourself. And this is also about doing some collaborative dream work with a love partner like I said, if you are a person who is, on a twin flame journey, has a sacred soulmate, divine love partnership, you guys are going to be kind of linking up in that dream world. So that's why it's really important in the first week that you gather your resources, you get informed. There are some things, if you're not used to doing spiritual work, if you're new to it and you're only just first exploring things like astral travel or lucid dreaming, there are some things that you'll want to take into consideration. So go ahead and look those kinds of things up on the internet. There's going to be, the stuff that resonates for you and the stuff that doesn't. There are quite a bit of fear mongers out there who say, oh, if you astral travel, you have to do all of this protection. And, that's, for the most part, that's true. But generally, if you're in like a good, right, centered place, your guides really do protect you. Okay. So, this month is going to be about dreaming, figuring out what your dreams are, figuring out whether or not the person that you are with is the person of your dreams. You'll be working out with them in dream state, what you want together, whether you are for each other. There may be a realization, if you've had kind of a tough relationship with somebody, there'll be realizations that this is it, this is the person, what am I doing? And they'll have that epiphany. Or you'll have that epiphany about someone that you've been kind of putting off or doing, one of these kind of difficult love dances with. But that's it. It's a pretty good stuff. Get your dream journal, and I cannot wait. Actually, comment down below as this month unfolds for you. I would really like to hear if, how, and when some of these things start to unfold for you. Okay, now, goodbye. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in January 2017. Take care.